Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered why some people enjoy extraordinary longevity while others see their health deteriorate rapidly? The answer might be on your plate. In this video, we're going to reveal a shocking truth about certain fish that could be sabotaging your well-being and quality of life after 60. If you want to maintain your independence, mental health, and energy during your senior years, you can't miss a single second of this vital information. And don't forget, over 70% of those who watch our videos aren't subscribed. Click that button right now so you don't miss tips that could add years of quality to your life. Introduction. What a surprise we got when we discovered this information. It turns out that not all that glitters is gold, and not everything that swims is healthy. Fish, that food that has always been recommended for its proteins and omega-3 fatty acids, hides a dark secret that especially affects those seeking healthy aging. The reason? As the years go by, our body loses efficiency in filtering toxins, making us more vulnerable to harmful substances like mercury and other heavy metals present in certain fish. How important this information is for maintaining our quality of life during our senior years. The situation is more serious than it seems. While we enjoy that delicious fish fillet believing we're doing something good for our health, we might be introducing toxins into our body that silently accumulate, affecting our brain function, nervous system, and cardiovascular health. It's as if we were feeding an invisible enemy that gradually undermines our independence and well-being. That's why it's essential to know which fish are problematic and what alternatives we have to continue enjoying the benefits of fish without risking our longevity. Have you ever wondered if your eating habits are really supporting your long-term health? Keep reading and find out. The 6 dangerous fish for older people. 1. King mackerel, watch out for this treacherous fish. King mackerel, although delicious, is a real mercury bomb that can seriously compromise the health of our seniors. This metal accumulates in the body over time, and what a problem it poses for well-being during old age. The effects aren't immediate, which makes it even more dangerous. Cognitive decline, damage to the nervous system, loss of coordination. A frightening list. Imagine Mr. Manuel, who at 70 started noticing hand tremors and memory problems, not knowing that his fondness for this fish was contributing to these symptoms. How important it is to be informed to protect our quality of life. There's a very common confusion that we must clarify. Many people don't distinguish between king mackerel and Atlantic mackerel. They're as different as day and night in terms of health. While the first is a danger to longevity, the second is really a good option for maintaining well-being in old age. What are the alternatives? Wild salmon or sardines are excellent choices. Rich in omega-3, low in mercury, and fantastic for brain and heart health. Hit that like button if you're already thinking about changing your weekly menu. Your body will thank you with years of health and vitality. 2. Tilefish. My goodness, what an alarming discovery. Tilefish contains even higher levels of mercury than king mackerel, especially those caught in the Gulf of Mexico. The worst thing is that this enemy of health and healthy aging often appears disguised in restaurants as whitefish or catch of the day. What a trap for those looking to take care of their well-being during their senior years. It's presented as a premium option on menus, but it's actually extremely harmful to the quality of life of our elderly. The effects of mercury toxicity are devastating for independence and well-being. Numbness in the extremities, mental confusion, progressive memory loss. Symptoms that can easily be confused with normal aging or even dementia. How unfair to blame age when the real culprit is on the plate. That's why when you go to a restaurant, don't be embarrassed to specifically ask what type of white fish they're serving. Your health and longevity are worth more than any moment of discomfort. Safe alternatives are cod or haddock, mild-flavored fish that are easy to digest and have much lower levels of mercury. Share this video with your friends and family who are seniors. You could be saving their quality of life. 3. Swordfish. What irony. One of the most elegant and appreciated fish turns out to be one of the most dangerous for our healthy aging. Swordfish, that giant of the oceans, accumulates mercury and other toxins for years in the food chain. And you know what? It's frequently served in elegant restaurants and cruises as a premium option. What a trap for our seniors who seek to enjoy life with quality and well-being. Many consider it a healthy pleasure, without knowing the risks it poses to their longevity and independence. There's a crucial fact we must keep in mind. Mercury cannot be eliminated by any cooking method, seasonings, or preparation method. It remains in the meat no matter what, and it mainly affects the kidneys, nervous system, and brain, representing a greater risk for people with a history of kidney problems, high blood pressure, or neurological issues. Alternatives? Trout, especially rainbow, or hake, are tasty fish, with a similar texture, low in mercury, and rich in healthy fats that help maintain health during old age. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips that will protect your well-being and help you enjoy a full life. 4. Big Eye Tuna. Here we have a double danger for the health of our seniors. Big Eye tuna not only contains high levels of mercury for being a long-lived fish high in the food chain, but it's also often consumed raw in sushi, presenting additional risks of bacteria. What a dangerous combination for those seeking to maintain their independence and well-being during their senior years. Salmonella, listeria, various parasites, infections that the weakened immune system of older people cannot effectively combat. Is it worth risking our longevity for a moment of gastronomic pleasure? There's a very common confusion that we must clarify. Not all tunas are the same. Big Eye tuna and albacore have high mercury content. We find them in sushi and tuna steaks, while skipjack tuna, generally labeled as light tuna in cans, is much safer, with lower mercury content. What do we recommend to maintain quality of life? Opt for canned light tuna instead of high-risk fresh tuna. Limit consumption to a maximum of 2 servings per week, and always prefer cooked tuna instead of raw. Your health and well-being during aging will thank you. If you're finding this vital information helpful, give it a like and comment on which fish you eat most frequently. 5. Farmed salmon. What a big disappointment. Salmon, that fish that has always been recommended for healthy aging, can be a wolf in sheep's clothing when it comes from farms. Did you know that these fish are raised in overcrowded tanks where thousands swim in reduced spaces? How far from the natural conditions that favor their nutritional quality. They're fed low-quality feed, frequently contaminated, treated with antibiotics to prevent diseases due to crowded conditions, and even receive chemical dyes to give their meat that pink appearance that would naturally be gray. What a cocktail of substances that can compromise our longevity. The contaminants present in farmed salmon are really concerning for the health and well-being of older people. PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls, dioxins, toxic industrial chemicals linked to cancer, hormonal disorders, damage to the immune system, chronic inflammation, worsening of arthritis, and additional burden on the heart. What a terrifying list for those seeking to maintain their independence during their senior years. The danger is especially high when salmon comes from countries with lax regulations, such as Chile and parts of Southeast Asia. The recommended alternative is wild Alaskan salmon, cleaner, leaner, and naturally rich in omega-3 fatty acids, coming from pristine waters and caught in a way that avoids many of the chemicals associated with farming. Your health deserves this better option. 6. Imported catfish. Watch out for this infiltrator on our tables. Imported catfish, especially from Asia, represents a serious danger to the health and longevity of our seniors. The reason? It's usually raised in unregulated fish farms, with poor sanitary conditions and questionable practices that include the massive use of antibiotics and chemicals to control diseases. Many of these antibiotics are banned in the United States and Europe for being linked to antibiotic resistance. What consequences does this have for well-being during old age? Older people exposed to antibiotic-resistant bacteria face a much greater risk than young people. Their immune system is not prepared to fight these superbugs. What would cause just a mild stomach discomfort in younger people can lead to serious illnesses, hospitalization, or worse consequences in people over 65, seriously compromising their independence and quality of life. The safe alternative? Catfish raised in countries with strict regulations, where standards for fish farming are much more rigorous, with better water quality, regulated feed, and limited use of antibiotics. And an additional recommendation: regardless of origin, make sure the catfish is completely cooked to reduce the risk of bacteria, especially for people with slower digestion or chronic diseases. If you know someone who regularly consumes these fish, don't hesitate to share this video. You could be saving their health. Safe alternatives and general recommendations. What a relief to know that there are safe options to continue enjoying fish without compromising our health during aging. Recommended fish for our seniors include wild Alaskan salmon, sardines, rainbow trout, cod, haddock, hake, canned light tuna, in moderation, and catfish, raised in countries with strict regulations, well cooked. These fish are not only safe but provide essential nutrients to maintain vitality and well-being in old age. How wonderful to be able to take care of our health without giving up the pleasure of a good meal. Practical guidelines are fundamental to protect our longevity. Always check labels to know the origin and specific type of fish. Don't hesitate to ask in restaurants about the origin of the fish. Your health is worth more than any moment of discomfort. Prefer wild fish instead of farm-raised when possible. Opt for smaller fish that generally accumulate fewer toxins. Cook properly to reduce bacterial risks. Limit consumption even of safe fish. And diversify protein sources to not depend exclusively on fish. Small changes in our eating habits can have a huge impact on our quality of life. In the long term, did you find this information useful? Leave us your opinion in the comments. Conclusion: it's not necessary to completely eliminate fish from our diet to maintain healthy aging, but to make more conscious and informed choices. Small changes in our eating habits can have a significant impact on our long-term health, providing us with years of clearer thinking, stronger bones, healthier hearts, and better sleep quality. How wonderful to know that we have the power to positively influence our longevity and well-being. The final message is one of empowerment. Regardless of age or health history, it's still possible to have control over our well-being through smarter food choices. It's never too late to start taking care of yourself. Each meal is an opportunity to nourish our body and mind, contributing to a better quality of life during old age. Which of these tips seems most useful for your life? Leave us your opinion in the comments and share this video with someone who also wants to live a long and healthy life. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos full of practical tips for your well-being. Until next time, I'm Dr. John, and remember, it's never too late to start living better.